Good afternoon. Thank you so much for choosing the national broadcaster. My name is Sandra Kahunde. And of course, starting off with activities as far as this Friday is concerned. Innovators have been urged to prioritize cybersecurity in their app development endeavors. Experts say a failure to do so could jeopardize the very foundation of the digital economy. This was the carry-on call at the ongoing Innovation Week at the Nakawa ICT Hub.
Cybersecurity experts have emphasized the need for developers to stay abreast of the ever-evolving cybersecurity landscape, adopting robust measures to safeguard user data and protect against cyber attacks. Data protection and transparency were also identified as key pillars in building public trust, a prerequisite for attracting and retaining a loyal customer base.
A disruption, it could be malice, it could be blackmail, it could be a ransomware designed to lock down your system and demand a pay in return. So when we think about all of these other motivations, then now you have to reach a point where you should appreciate that you can be a victim of a cyber attack. So the question therefore is, what can we do as we are building our applications? There are very critical things that we have to put in mind to ensure that we are building resilient infrastructure.
Stakeholders have also lamented about the lack of in-depth research, often leading to the launch of startups without viable solutions to societal problems.
These 1,000 records already are responsibility to you, and they could potentially put you in a very dangerous spot. If you get hacked and that information gets exposed, we shall not understand that, oh, what is a startup? Let's have mercy on him. No, the law doesn't work like that.
So you can embrace this digital protection that we have, use these systems, and then you can protect yourself.
To address this shortcoming, innovators were urged to prioritize thorough research, understanding the needs of their target audience, and developing solutions that truly address those needs.
People, processes, and technologies. Whenever we are building our applications, and we want to make sure that it's not just the application, but our organizations that are resilient to cyber attacks, we must think about the people that are using these technologies. Are they trained on?
I think the solution should be NITIU and other communication agencies to come out with campaign, come out with people that people know what is cybersecurity, rather than us developing policies for people to accept in the app. Because at the end of the day, I want to use the app. Whether you say it is risky, me, I will accept.
The Uganda Innovation Week, which closes today, 24th of November 2023, has served as a stark reminder that cybersecurity, data protection, digital literacy and research are the cornerstone of thriving innovation ecosystem. Abdul Nasser Lubwama for UBC.
In other news, the Uganda Red Cross Society has launched the digitized volunteer and membership system aimed at streamlining reporting on volunteer tasks and activities. The General Secretary of Uganda Red Cross Society, Robert Kwesiga, revealed that the digitalized volunteer system will create a big impact on the operations of Uganda Red Cross Society.
As part of embracing digital transformation, Uganda Red Cross Society has launched the digitalized volunteer and membership system aimed at streamlining reporting on volunteer tasks and activities. The Secretary General of Uganda Red Cross Society, Robert Kwesiga, noted that the digital system will aid technological advancement and it's a catalyst for visibility, transparency and accountability with Uganda Red Cross Society and partner organizations.
We have over 500,000 people whom you normally see, and these are volunteers who are who are going to benefit from this service. And so helping them or facilitating them has been a bit of a struggle on how we can make it timely and how we can also keep them motivated and continue giving voluntary service. But I can also assure you that this will save us from the pressure URA puts on us that they think we are dodging tax, whereas we are busy supporting these people.
The supporting partners also acknowledged that digitalized system will facilitate rapid response in delivering humanitarian aid while also fostering resource mobilization for the sustainability of the national society.
Stanbic Bank is excited to be part of this journey that will see the registration and management of members and volunteers to empower Uganda Red Cross Society to efficiently register, engage. Our role is a simple one, simply to provide a secure platform that will ensure transparency, which you want to achieve, visibility, accountability to the members.
We spend all week, all year round, evangelizing about digital transformation because we think it's the way to go. We think that our members, volunteers, citizens need convenience in the comfort of their homes. The banks have learned that very early already, and us as government are now playing catch up, trying to make sure that we really give our citizens comfort in their homes.
The Uganda Red Cross Society volunteer and membership management system will be accessible via various devices to allow seamless online registration process for volunteers and members, where branch managers will review and admit them. Zahara Abigaba, UBC News.
Uganda is scaling up the adoption of electronic government procurement in an effort to reduce corruption and delays and to make the procurement system more efficient and accountable. Mercy Sabire, a manager of procurement capacity building at the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Authority, announced the move at the Trade Forum in Kampala.
EGP is a system that uses electronic technologies to automate and streamline the procurement process. It can help to reduce corruption by making it more difficult for officials to reach contracts or demand bribes. It can also help to reduce delays by making it easier for businesses to participate in the procurement processes. Government has been working to implement EGP for several years, but the rollout has been slow. However, Choshabire, the manager of procurement capacity building at the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Authority, says they are now committed to scaling it up.
Annually, government of Uganda spends between 60 to 70% of the national budget. Now, this year's budget stands at about 52.7 trillion Ugandan shillings. In order for us to provide better service delivery for our citizens, about 60 to 70% of these trillions is actually expended through acquisition of works, supplies, and services. This huge expenditure, ladies and gentlemen, translates into boosted private sector growth, because we are dealing with the private sector in acquisition of these procurables, and trade. It leads to creation of more employment opportunities, because whenever you get contracts, you employ people. And when you employ people, you've given them a way to earn a living.
On her part, Emma Mujisha, the executive director of Stanbic Bank Uganda, said that banks should also be considered in this move.
So as a bank, we are really usually the one between different trading partners. Either it's making a payment, or giving you an LC, or confirming an LC, or making sure that the parties that have agreed to trade are actually following the different agreements that they make. In this regard, we brought together experts from different fields to help us hold deliberations on how we can work together and make each other's work more meaningful and seamless.
The Trade Forum, which was organized by Stanbic Bank, attracted key stakeholders in the procurement processes, including government officials, business representatives, and civil society organizations.
Now, the providers in this room are always complaining because they think people interfere in one way or the other in procurement procedures. Now, with electronic government procurement, we hope to minimize the human interface. We hope to minimize delays in procurement and disposal. We hope to minimize corruption and fraud specifically, because this system is reinforced with tracking mechanisms. We are going to have visibility. You log in, we know. You do anything on the system, we know. when bids are submitted, no one will be able to open them.
The push for EGP in Uganda is part of a wider effort to improve the efficiency and transparency of the public sector. Mary Namkose, UBC News.
The 28th session of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change Conference of Parties is scheduled to take place from 30th November to 12th December. While addressing the press at Media Center in Kampala, the Minister for Water and Environment, Sam Chiptori, said the key priorities for Uganda in this conference is to take a firm position on the inevitable and essential phase down of fossil fuels and a call for the tripling of renewable energy output of 11,000 gigawatts by the parties.
In COP28, a multi-stakeholder national organizing committee was constituted and has to date met to strategize on Uganda's participation. We shall call for a comprehensive transformation of climate finance instead of piecemeal reform. There should be a special focus on supporting climate-positive development across the Global South to ensure that developing nations have access to affordable and available climate finance to drive a just transition. Donors should double adaptation finance by 2025 in order for the world's most vulnerable nations to withstand the impact of climate change. Furthermore, donor countries should also honor their commitments to close up the $100 billion pledge this year.
UBC Lunchtime News. Teachers of the French language in Uganda have marked the 5th International French Teachers' Day in Kampala. The event, which was officiated by the French ambassador in Uganda, Xavier Stryker, encouraged Uganda to take advantage of the French language and reap from the opportunities that it presents.
Teachers of French have marked the International French Teachers' Day at Shirisa Ajnant School in Kampala to celebrate their contributions to education in Uganda. The French ambassador Xavier Stryker urged Uganda to reposition herself so as to reap big from the opportunities that French presents.
But also in East Africa, also Rwanda and Burundi. And as such, the potential of trade with that part of the regional community is not yet fully exploited, and I trust that with more Ugandans.
This event pays tribute to French language teachers and all those who teach in French through initiatives, activities and events to create links and solidarity. Agatha Tumwine is the president of the Association of Teachers of French in Uganda.
Now today, in a special way, we are celebrating that specific teacher, that special teacher of French. Or whether you're teaching in the primary school, in a secondary school, in the universities, and today is our day. We celebrate you, and this year's theme is Fier d'enseigner le français. Fier d'enseigner le français, c'est le thème de cette année. We are proud to be teachers of French specifically.
However, limited teaching materials for French and government delays to enroll them on payroll remains a major impediment that affects teachers of French in Uganda.
The teachers are not, we don't have enough teachers who are teaching French. You find a teacher part-timing in this school and the other school. And yet, for this language to be understood, you may need to have a full-time teacher. So that's one of the challenges. The other challenge are the teaching materials. The teaching materials are not as many as we wanted to have.
But as long as the language policy limits French to secondary school, it becomes a challenge for us to train teachers for primary schools, because at the university, that program is not there. The issue of materials, it has been a challenge, but is now being solved. There were some delays, especially in producing materials for senior 1 and 2, but we worked with closely with the NCDC, and the materials being produced, and we highly believe they'll be available for next term.
Sada Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
Regional updates coming through. The people of Bujiri district are slated to receive a week-long access to free specialized health care. The medical camp will be used to assess the burden of non-communicable diseases with a bias on the rates of cancer-related diseases in this district.
Jenny, you will let us know. You can raise it a bit.
So we started last year. We thought it was something simple. We had this camp in December last year. However, we are overwhelmed with the time of what? A patient. In that the drugs we had got to help us run the hospital for 3 months, in 1 week we are over. So this year, being the hospital head, I thought of see how I can add in a mark in the hospital, and as far as drugs are concerned. So I contacted my friend, Mr. Rajesh, whom I knew some 15 years ago, working in Tilda, for help. Then Mr. Rajesh connected me to Mr. Sasi, who is heading the General Association of Uganda.
And it's not going to end here. We have many more rounds of this kind of charity running, and we will continue to keep you informed. You may be able to come and meet us and take what we are doing for the society.
And to associate with the Indian Association, and of course with the North Gujarat Association, because they have been working hard, like he mentioned about the blood donation camp, which started on 15th August. So they just don't start it. Like they ensure that they reach their target. The target was we kept it 5,000 units, and we reached 7,000 units. They will, anytime they come to us, we will be very happy to support them.
Away from Bujiri, the Principal Youth Officer, Minister of Gender, Beatrice Ayikori, has urged parents to cooperate with government and civil society organizations to protect their children from indulging in vices like teenage pregnancies. This was during the launch of the second 5-year strategic plan by Action for Health Uganda in Lubowa, Kampala.
Time was youth engaging in irresponsible behavior like theft, teenage pregnancies caused by lack of information, and parental neglect. They also drop out of school due to economic hardships. Ministry of Gender has appealed to parents to work together with government to ensure that such problems affecting the youth are addressed.
The issue of young people to be addressed not only by government alone, because the youth are not outside. The youth are part of us. They are youth within our communities. They are youth in our houses. In some countries, people plan for their children. They have 5 children, they know when they go, they finish education, they'll be able to get jobs where they visit. They already plan for them. How many of us plan for our children? How many of us plan to have children?
This was during the launch of a 5-year strategic plan by Action for Health Uganda to create awareness about issues affecting the youth.
We really want to make the youth structure self-sufficient. That is giving the power in the hands of the young people. How they drive their own change, even in the absence of Action for Health. So we establish, we set up, and we want them to thrive.
There was also a call to make sex education and health information available to the youth to help them make informed decisions.
So we want to emphasize those so that if youth are empowered with knowledge and information, what is their socio-economic status for them to be able to even get or afford transport to the health centers, or if products or family planning products are not available in the government facilities, can they buy? Because that is the power of choice. So if it's limited because you don't have an income, then it's not a good thing for us.
The Director DSW, Angela Bear, commended Action for Health Uganda for enriching the lives of the youth, which has transformed them into better.
The commitment they have shown to advance sexual and reproductive health, gender equality, and economic empowerment through holistic programs is truly recommendable. Its focus on tackling teenage pregnancies, sexually transmitted diseases, menstrual hygiene, and limited access to sexual and reproductive health services has made a tangible impact on the lives of countless young people.
During the launch, other participants had this to say.
Key challenges and opportunities and the proposed strategies for addressing them through joint efforts with government and development partners. Achieving ambitious goals will require strong partnership, collaborative efforts, and effective communication.
Teaching young people cannot be solved, so it's a long way to go, and there are very many issues concerning young people's sexual and reproductive health, right from the access to services and all facilities in Uganda.
Jovia. Ng'oyolekera ku lugendo luno olw'obulamu nkuwa ekirabo eky'amaanyi agatazizibwa, amaanyi okulabibwa n'okuwulirwa mu mawanga ag'ewala ennyo, okutuuka buli wamu nga yadde togenzeeyo, ensi yonna ng'ekuli mu ngalo. Okutambula mu biseera n'okumanya buli kimu ekirina okumanyibwa. Jovia, kino kye kirabo kyange gy'oli.
Tewali kumu ku kiki osobola okukola ku mukutu nnandameggwa ogwa MTN.
West Nile Education Trust Fund announces the 40210.
Welcome back. Good to know you're still watching and following. Now, sports talk this afternoon. Activists in Lango, Uganda, have launched a campaign to collect 1 million signatures to petition the Confederation of African Football to reconsider its decision to exclude the Akibiwa Stadium in Lira from hosting games in the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations tournament. The group, known as the 1 Million Signatures Campaign, argues that the exclusion of Akibiwa Stadium was done in bad faith, as it is the responsibility of the Ugandan government to provide suitable facilities to meet CAF's required standards. The construction of Akibiwa Stadium and Lira Airport has been a long and fulfilled presidential pledge. The stadium initially appeared in the Pamoja bid to host AFCON games, but was later excluded due to a lack of other required facilities in Lira, including an international airport within a 50-kilometer radius. This decision has been met with widespread condemnation from the Lango community. The 1 million signatures campaign is calling on all Ugandans to support their cause.
To host AFCON 2027.
The petition, one is only going to back our petition, which has already reached CAF, is going to back CAF. The 1 million people will be forwarded to CAF, which have already received our petition. 2, the copy of the petition will go to FOFA, which is the football governing body in Uganda. 3, we shall give it to Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. That is responsible for appropriation of the money for building this stadium and also for supporting AFCON in this project.
That it has already come to our notice that the people who have already received percentage of this money, we are just kindly asking you to return that money, because very soon we shall disclose the names of those ones who got the money.
And the people who are betraying this cause.
And the people who are betraying this cause.
Now, if Immune build the conference center in 3 months, why does it take the NRM government to build Akibwa in phases, not even in 3 years?
Kenya is building 9 regional stadia. Now you can see how backward Uganda remains. Even when they're supposed to build only 2 stadiums, they are not even able to build. Kenya, our neighbor, is building 9 as a result of AFCON. Uganda is the only country that is not spreading the AFCON game in the whole country. You cannot concentrate all the stadia in the central.
More updates. The highly anticipated 2023-2024 Futsal Super League ignited the passions of Ugandan futsal enthusiasts as it commenced on Thursday, November 23rd at the Old Kampala Sports Arena. The electrifying atmosphere was palpable as 10 eager teams abreast themselves for an intense and exhilarating season, each vying for the coveted title of Futsal Super League champions.
The opening match of the season set the stage for an action-packed campaign, with Edgar's Futsal Club emerging victorious over Adenel FC in a 5-3 encounter. Edgar's Futsal Club captain Okello Charles exuded confidence in his team's capabilities, proclaiming their readiness to conquer the league.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah, I feel quite good. It's been a great game. We have taken long preparing for it. So in advance, we have enjoyed it. It's been a good game. And we are so happy with our first game. Yeah, I think it has been hard work. And it's always been hard work. We've been training hard. And we are looking forward to being the champions of this league.
The Futsal Super League now proudly bears the sponsorship of Bet Power.
The Bet Power Futsal partnership comes in majorly two categories. The locker room bonus that goes direct to motivating players and the technical staff, as all of them now are aware that a win comes with a monetary package. So this is likely to lead to more competitive games. As everyone knows, through winning, you get a monetary benefit. The partnership, in another kind of aspect, relates to the arena. Bet Power and Futsal are here to see that this place is renovated. We've seen renovations going on. We've seen a digital clock asset coming in. These add value to the facility. And it gives the Futsal Uganda the stability, because funding is such to improve the facility cements a better relationship between FAU and the facility owners. This gives us stability in honoring all our fixtures. We have almost around 44 playing days, which end in June. So this has cemented our relationship with the facility owner, and this gives us time to make sure we implement what futsal is.
Each passing year, the league's popularity has soared, captivating the hearts and minds of futsal fans nationwide. As the season unfolds, each team will battle it out every Thursday at the Old Kampala Sports Arena, leaving no stone unturned in their pursuit of ultimate glory. Yek Kaboa are the current defending champions. Mashomiro Victor, UBC News.
It's always a pleasure to spend time with you. Thank you so much for making time. Salute to the team behind the scene for having this newscast come your way. Interesting programs for the Friday afternoon. Keep watching the National Broadcaster. My name is Sandra Kahunde. God bless you.